Hello everyone and welcome to this video. In this video, I am going to demonstrate an assembly language program to display system time and date. By the end of this video, you will have a solid understanding of how to create a system time and date program in assembly level language. So watch the complete video. Stay tuned. Here, the, the first line is dot model small. It's a memory model which reserves the 64 kilobytes of data segment and 64 kilobytes of code segment. Dot stack. This line reserves the stack space for the program. Dot data. This line defines the beginning of the data segment. Here M1 is a variable of type defined byte which holds the string current time. Similarly, M2 is a variable of type defined byte which holds the string current date. Here defined byte reserves the 1 byte of memory to the variable M1. 10,13 is the new line character. The dollar sign marks the end of the string. Here HR is a variable of type defined byte, min is a variable of type defined byte, s is a variable of type defined byte. These three variables are defined to hold the current time. The next is day is a variable of type defined byte, month is a variable of type defined byte, and year is a variable of type defined word. Here the defined word reserves the 2 bytes of memory to the year variable. And here these three variables are created to hold the current date. The next is dot code. This line defines the beginning of the code section. Here move ax comma address of data. In this, the address of data is moved to ax register. Move ds comma ax. The value which is stored in the ax register is moved to the ds register, that is data segment register. And here move ah comma 2ch. 2c is a value which is moved to the ah register. This line set the function code for the interrupt 21h, which is used to get the system time. Now here int 21h generates an interrupt which calls the system to return the current time in the ch, cl and dh register. Now next is move hr comma ch. Here the ch register holds the current hour which is moved into the hr variable. Similarly, move min comma cl. The cl contains the current minute value which is moved to the minute variable. Move s comma dh. It moves the current second value from dh to the s variable. Now here hr, min, s variables have been defined earlier in the program. Move ah comma 2ah. 2a is a value which is moved to the ah register. This line sets the function code for the interrupt 21h, which is used to get the system date. Interrupt 21h generates an interrupt which calls the system to return the current date. It returns the current day value into the DL register, current month value into the DH register, and current year value into the CX register. The next is move day comma DL. In this, the current value of the day is moved into the day variable. Move month comma DH. The value which is stored in the DH register, that is month, which is moved into the month variable. Move year comma CX. In this, the value which is stored in the CX register, that is the value of current year, is moved from CX register to the variable year. The next is LEA DX comma M1. It holds the address of M1 variable into the DX register. The offset address of M1 variable is moved into the DX register. Move AH, 09 is a value which is moved into the AH register. This line sets the function code for the interrupt 21H, which is used to display a string onto the console. We use this line to display a string onto the console. Next, int 21H, it generates an interrupt. Now next is move CL comma HR. It moves the value of hour which is stored in the HR variable to the CL register. Now here move CH comma 0, it sets the value of CH register to 0. Now call disp, it calls the procedure disp which is used to display the value of CL, which is the current hour. These three lines of the code display the hour value of the current time onto the console. The next is move DL comma, this is colon. Here we are moving the ASCII value of this character, this colon character, we are moving the ASCII value into the DL register. Move AH comma 02, this 02 is a value which is moves into the AH register, where we are setting the AH register into 02, which indicate that we want to display a character onto the console. By using this line, we display a character on the console. The int 21H, this generates an interrupt to display a character on the console. These three lines of the code display a character, that is colon, onto the console to separate the hour and minute values. Basically, how we write the time in the system, that is one is hour colon minute colon second. Suppose it is 10 hour 32 minutes 12 second. Here we are using colon, this character colon, to separate the hour and minute. The next line is move CL comma min. The value which is stored in the min variable is moved into the CL register. Move CH comma 0. Here the CH register is set to 0. Call disp, it calls the procedure disp to display the value of CL. These three lines of code display the minute value of the current time onto the console. Now next is move DL comma colon. In this, the ASCII value of this colon is moved into the DL register. Move AH comma 02. Here we set the AH register to 02 to indicate that we want to display the character onto the console. In 21H, this interrupt is then called to display the character onto the console. Now these three lines of code is used to display the character, that is colon, onto the console to separate the minute and second. As you can see here, the minute and second are separated by this character here. Move CL comma S. In this, it moves the second value. The value which is stored in the second variable is moved to the CL register. Move CH comma 0. Here the CH register is set to 0. Call disp. it calls the this procedure to display the second value which is stored in the CL register. LEA dx comma M2. It loads the offset address of the string current date which is stored in the M2 variable, and it is loads into the DX register. Move AH comma 09. It loads the 09 value into the AH register. This line indicates that we want to display a string onto the console. It generates in 21H interrupt. Move CL comma day. The value which is stored in the day variable is moved to the CL register. Move CH comma 0. The CH register is set to 0. Again we are calling the this procedure to display the day value which is stored in the CL register. Now these three lines of the code helps to display the current day on the console. And the next is move DL comma slash. It moves the ASCII value of this character slash to the DL register. Now move AH comma 02. 02 is a number which is moved to AH register to indicate that we want to display a character on the console. It generates interrupt 21H. This is called to display the character on the console. These three lines of the code display a character on the console to separate day and month value. How we are writing, how the system display the date? It is day slash month slash year. Here this character slash we are using to separate the day and month. And the next is move CL comma month. The value which is stored in the month variable is moved to the CL register, and the CH register is set to 0 and call this. Here we are calling the this procedure to display the value which is stored in the CL register. These three lines of the code is used to display the current month value on the console. And the next is move DL comma slash. The ASCII value of this slash is moved to the DL register. Then move AH comma 02. This is used to display. This line is used to display a character on the console in 21H. This generates an interrupt to display the character on the console. Here these three lines of the code is used to display the character slash between the month and year to separate the both month and year. As you can see here, month and year are separated by the slash. And the next is move CX comma year. Move CX comma year, the value which is stored in the year variable is moved to the CX register. And next is call disp. We are calling the disp procedure to display the year value which is stored in the CX register. These two lines of the code is used to display the current year value on the console. The next is move AH comma 4CH. 4C is a value which is moved to AH register, and it is always generate an int 21H. These two lines are code termination lines. Next line is disp proc. This line defines the beginning of the procedure, and here the disp is the name of the procedure. Move bx comma 0. This initializes the bx register to 0. Next is n. It's n is a label, move AL comma BL, we are moving the value of BL to the AL register. Add AL comma 1, it adds the 1 to the values of AL. DAA, this is decimal adjust after addition on the value in AL. This is necessary because we want to display the value of AL as a decimal digit. Next is move BL comma AL. This moves the adjusted value from AL to BL register. JNC N1. This line checks the status of the carry flag and jumps to the label N1. If the carry flag is not set, this is a loop of condition that will repeat the code between N and N1 until the value of BL reaches 9. Next is add AL comma 1. This adds 1 to the value in AL. Next DAA, this line performs decimal adjust after addition on the value in AL. And next is move BH comma AL. This moves the adjusted value from AL to BH register. Now N1 is another loop, loop N. This line is a loop label that jumps back to the label N if the loop instruction has not yet counted down to 0. Again, move DL comma BL. This moves the value of BL into the DL. And AL comma 0F 0H. This line performs a bitwise AND operation on AL with the value of 0F 0H. This effectively zeroes out the lower 4 bit of AL. The lower 4 bit of AL are made to 0. Now move CL comma 4 and move CL comma 4 SHR DL comma CL. This is shift right. These two lines shift the value DL into the right by 4 bits, 1 by 1 in hexadecimal digit, and moves the result into the CL register. This gives us tens digit of the decimal value. Now next is add DL comma 30H. This line add 30, this is hexadecimal value, and 48 in decimal value to the value in DL. It add the 30H with the DL register. And this converts the value to its ASCII representation. Move AH comma 02. Here we set AH to the 02, which is indicate that we want to display the character on the console. And in 21H, it's an interrupt. Move DL comma BL, moves the value of BL into the DL register, and DL comma 0FH. This line performs an bitwise AND operation on AL with the value of 0FH. This effectively zeroes out the upper 4 bits of AL. The upper 4 bits of AL are made to 0. And add DL comma 30H. This line add 30, that is 48 in decimal, to the DL. This convert the value to its ASCII representation. In 21H, it generates the interrupt. And now next is RET. It returns to the code where we have stopped, and this end P This marks the end of the disk procedure and it is the end of the code. As you can see, this is the program. So let's check the output. To check the output, type Mastan file name dot asm semicolon, enter. Now it is showing 0 warning and 0 errors. And now and then link file name dot as obj semicolon, enter. And next file name dot exe. So as you can see, the current time is 22 hours 39 minutes 59 seconds and the current date is 12/3/23.